Welcome, dear senior leaders and friends. I'm in dialogue with top leaders on CXO challenges and how they have navigated them in their career journeys. Today, I'm in conversation with Mr. Jai Krishnan, CEO India at Samsonite. Jay is a physics graduate and has done a management development program at Ahmedabad. His is a 24-year-long journey, right from sales officer to CEO. So it's a wonderful journey, I'm sure, and he will share insights about that journey as we go along. He's worked with Low-Plast, VIP Industries, and now he is with Samsonite. Good morning, Jay. Thank you for participating in this dialogue on CXO challenges. So I'm a CXO coach, and I frequently deal with CXOs who have challenges, who would like to overcome those challenges. So this is for their benefit. So my first question, Jay, is I'm frequently asked by CXOs and even potential CXOs, how do they navigate their growth challenges? So meaning from CXO, when they want to rise further up, how do they navigate? What are those challenges that you come across? How do they navigate them? And with a generous sharing of your own experiences and learnings. Yes, Jay.
Hey, hi. So thanks, Ramesh, for having me. It's lovely to meet you here online and talk to you. First of all, hi to everybody who's listening. So my advice to friends who are at that, who are that one step away is that actually don't think so much about reaching that chair. Yeah, that's my one suggestion. Just keep doing your job extremely well. But at the same time, try and understand what your colleagues in similar positions in other divisions do, so that you generally tend to get an overall picture, and that you're not just in your own function. So it's a good time to be humble that I don't know a lot of other functions, and spend time with your colleagues in other functions. A lot of times just spending time, understanding their challenges, understanding what they face is a good way of learning. Second thing is always to understand that a CEO is not necessarily a functional expert in anything. It involves a lot about using complementary strengths in your team. Now, when I say that, I'm also talking to our CXO of today and telling him that it's always good to understand that a CEO will never be the best at everything, which is why he has a team of people around him who are best at each function. So one of the things to learn to become a CEO, I think, is to have that humility to that I do not know everything, and that this job you become a successful CEO when you are able to complement with other people. Now that's how I run this company. I have certain strengths and I have certain weaknesses. Those weaknesses are filled in by other people. Yeah, so this is my view on how people should think.
Wow, those are really insightful views, Jay. So what I found interesting is the first piece of advice you had was straight from the Bhagavad Gita, that don't think too much of the goal. Okay, look at what you can do well today. And the second thing I hear you saying is that even if you're a functional head, look at the other functions, learn while you're in this job, keep learning about other functions. The most interesting thing is that, from a coaching perspective, when somebody is aiming to become the CEO, you describe really well what is the mental makeup of a CEO, what are the fact that he doesn't need complete knowledge in all functions, but rather he needs to deal with all these functional heads and CXOs so that it's an orchestra and he's able to deliver the best in his own role. Yeah, thank you so much, Jay, for that response. And so let me move on to the next one. A lot of CXOs have this thing. What is the route for me to take to become a CEO? How do I acquire the knowledge, skills, and the right mindset to become the how part of it, to become a CEO? Should I continue to be a functional expert? Should I do a cross-functional stint? And should I do also staff jobs at my level, support jobs, which gives me insights into the whole piece, which makes everything come together? So what combination of line and staff, what combination of my own function vis-a-vis other functions? Kind of exposure should I have? Yes.
Ramesh, as far as how do you prepare or how do you work towards becoming a CEO? Now, obviously, there are two routes. I mean, you stick within an organization. Amongst a group of 4 or 5 people, the organization chooses one person. That is obviously one route. That is, you become the CEO in your own company, or you move companies. There are companies looking for CEOs, and they normally look at either they look at CEOs of other companies or they look at CXOs of other companies. So that's the other route. Now, let's first take the first route, assuming that you've decided that I'm going to be in this company and I would like to be CEO in this company. I think the first step is to have a chat with your boss, who's a CEO at the time. While it may be dicey to tell the guy that, hey, I want your job, I think it's good to have that conversation. That I would love to sit on that chair, and that let's chat on what are the things that I need to work on to reach there. They say now that the success of a CEO is not just measured by how the company was when he took over to when he left, but it's also how his successor does. And so every CEO is constantly thinking on who is going to succeed him. So it's already there top of mind. And since it is there on the CEO's mind, it's good to talk about your ambition to him and say that I need to work towards reaching there. It sets the right tone for learning. The CEO then obviously talks to you, tells you where are those areas where he believes that you need to work on. The second thing I think is to genuinely believe that a CXO is a partner of the CEO in running the company. Yeah, and once you run it like that, then there is a lot of openness that comes in that relationship. And I think having that openness, I would put that onus more on the CXO than the CEO, because the CEO handles multiple people, whereas the CXO is having that one boss. Is to have that openness with the guy and say that I see myself as a partner, and I see us running this company, and these are the things that I believe that I am bringing to the table. These are the things that I believe that I need to work on. And once that conversation starts, then every opportunity, every conversation that you have with your boss is an opportunity to develop. Yeah, is an opportunity to ask the guy that what do you think, and I took an action like this. Would you have done it differently? If you feel that the CEO has taken a certain decision, there is absolutely no harm in telling the guy that, see, if I were you, this is what I would do. Test out your own skills on that, strengths on that. I talked about people reading people, working with people, empathizing with people. These are all extremely crucial parts of the job as the CEO, and I am sure for every CXO, because he's running a large team. Now, the only difference there is that you are going to lead people who may have had ambitions like you. Yeah, so you are being CEO, but you are handling people who also wanted to be in that chair, but for whatever reason, you got the job. Now, that management is something you need to keep thinking of. So I think these are the things, Ramesh, that I believe a CXO should work on if that ambition of becoming the CEO is there.
Fantastic. Jay, those are really wise words. The best insight that I got out of this is, one is having an open conversation with the CEO, treating him like your mentor, believing that he or she will help you to become a CEO in course of time. That's one. And second is the orientation that I'm a partner to the CEO. And this applies to every role, really, that I got to make him or her succeed in his role and for me to succeed. So going beyond the call of merely the function sometimes, and offering to support even in other areas. Yeah. Wonderful. Thanks so much, Jay. So this concludes the first part of my conversation with Jai Krishnan, CEO India of Samsonite. Do join us in a few days to hear Jay's views on organization culture and coaching. Thank you.